Hello everybody, I'm back in slightly more comfortable surroundings. As you can see, the previous video was actually in what we call a byre, which is basically a cowshed. Rather appropriate for some of the stuff that certain guilters have been coming out with. Anyway, on to a few other thoughts. You know what amazes me most is the reach that Making a Murderer has had. A testament to the talent and hard work of the filmmakers. Now, I didn't actually usher those lines, I didn't write them. They were written to me in an email from Michael Griesbach. He actually acknowledges how good and how effective Making a Murderer is, because I suspect that he realises that he's on a very, very, very slippery slope, and it's only going to lead him one way, along with a lot of other people. For me, I suppose a lot of you already know, the big highlight of Making a Murderer were the contributions by certain members of law enforcement. For me, it will go down as one of the greatest lines I think I've ever heard. I can't think of anything that stands out more than it's not realistic, very. It's impossible, never. It's not even, how should I say? I'm thinking of a word, but it's just. It's so far-fetched. It's impractical. So, classic lines. I mean, you know, fantastic entertainment. And Robert, that's exactly what you are. You know, it's a real shame, Robert, that we don't get to hear and see so much more of you. The other person we don't get to see and hear enough of is Pete Bates. And it's amazing, isn't it, the dichotomy between one law enforcement person who knows what they're talking about and one that's an absolute idiot. That's all I can say, Robert. You are a complete and utter clown, like a lot of the guilters and haters that like to post comments. Anyway, you actually, on one of your interviews, you said that, you know, you might want to watch it for its entertainment value. That's absolutely spot on. I must give you credit for that, Robert. I am really looking forward to Making a Murderer #2, and I really do hope we're going to get to see more of you and some of the lines that you come out with. Because you like to stick your head in the sand, or to put it another way, you're holding on to that balloon and it's rising. And I told you this nearly 2 years ago. I said that balloon's going to keep rising. It ain't going to do anything else. You have left it too long to let go, haven't you? Maybe. I honestly think that you need to let go of that balloon. It's only going one way. As I say, you're great entertainment value. Come on, let's change the subject. Let's cheer things up a bit. Okay, so you're great entertainment value. And you know what? The Manitowoc public, they love you because they voted for you to be sheriff. And look at the calibre of opponent you had at the time. I mean, 10,000 people voted against you in favour of Andrew Colburn. I really do pity the citizens of Manitowoc that had to choose between Andrew Colburn and Robert Hermann. It's just mind-boggling. I just can't imagine how what a poor race that is. That is absolutely ridiculous. The only thing that the citizens of Manitowoc can do is to vote you out. And then all of your little secrets that you told me over a year ago. You told me when Kathleen Zellner starts to produce the evidence that makes you look bad and your department, you said you'd get in touch with her. Now, we've heard quite a lot of statements and affidavits given by other people. I haven't heard a thing from you. Why? I can only assume one thing, Robert. I'm sorry, I hate to tell you this again, but to me, I think you're a coward, and I think you should front up, take the responsibility of being the elected sheriff of Manitowoc. Will you do that? Will you? It's going one way and one way only. You know, Kathleen Zellner, why did she take on the case? You've never ever explained that to me. You've never ever given me your opinion as to why Kathleen Zellner has taken it on. Why has the most successful person in overturning wrongful convictions taken on this case? It's not rocket science, Robert. It really is very, very simple. And she's got all these experts that have come on board. What experts have you got in your corner? None. You've got idiots telling you what to do, that are going to be trampled on. They're just going to be blown away. Please, Robert, if not as a friend, as an enemy. Come on, wake up. I don't understand, Robert. You know, I've been trying to warn you now, as I say, for 2 years. What you've got to do. You've got to do it because you are the elected sheriff. Now, as I say, maybe that's not a particularly big prize when you consider, as I say, the fact you were up against Andrew Colburn. You know, that's just a ridiculous competition. As I say, I really do feel sorry for the public in Manitowoc. As I say, she's got all these experts that are coming forward with all this assistance. Why did they do that? Because they want to get to the truth. They can see where it is and they want to get there, and they're prepared to do the tests to do it. And this case is only going to go one way, Robert, and it's not going to go in your favour. Now, once Steve and Brendan are released, then there's going to be a huge amount of money having to be found to pay them off. Now, I'm no expert when it comes to legal matters. I don't know what the process is. I don't know if she files a civil suit or whether there's a commission set up to investigate. Presumably the FBI will be involved in investigating you, not just in this case, but a lot of the other things that people have pointed the finger at you for. You know, don't think for one moment that this is just about this one case. They're going to come after you big time. And why wouldn't they? As I say, I don't know what the process is. The other interesting thing is, I've no idea what sort of commission Kathleen Zellner is on. You know, what commission of potentially $100 million should she be on? Well, I'll tell you one thing. She'll be worth every single dollar that she gets for taking you lot to the cleaners. Good night, Robert. Sweet dreams. Speak to you soon.